That's right. We are live this afternoon, and it is so terrific to have Sherri Biggs right here with us today. I'm looking forward to having a great conversation with her. So let's see if we can get Sherri in the screen here. We have her in the screen. We have her on the air. How are you doing, Sherri Biggs?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you.
I can't believe I did this. I'm in shock. Well, it is so great for you to be able to take some time away from your busy, busy schedule. I got to know what have you been keeping you busiest in Washington right now, Sherri?
Oh, wow. Well, I got to be home last week, so I was working in the district, but we are back going wide open here in DC today. We're all excited about hearing from President Trump at the State of the Union this evening, and there's just a lot going on. I had a Homeland Security Committee hearing earlier today, and it's busy. Lots of constituents here, and people. You said taking time out of my busy schedule. They're probably lined up outside the door. It's there's a lot going on, but happy to be able to serve.
Well, you said, I tell you what, since you have been in Washington, Sherri, I think you've been doing a terrific job for us. I mean, every day, and you're always introducing legislation. Here you are, it's been a year. It's been a year, hasn't it? And
It has.
to
It's
see
gone by fast.
what you have put forth in that time, you know, what is one of the proudest um, legislation that you've put forward so far?
Oh, wow. I think probably our bill, the Made in America Defense Act, I was very proud of that. Obviously, that's my first bill to pass through the House floor with overwhelming support. But I also think we underestimate how much the one big beautiful bill helped our constituents in the third district. I'm very proud of that. The work that we've done with I just had some constituents leave here with medical issues. So being able to use my healthcare background to make good decisions for our constituents, and not just our constituents, but veterans also. I've worked with a lot of veterans in my throughout my career, and I think bringing that experience here helps me, and I'm very honored to have this opportunity.
Well, I think, how do you think the big beautiful bill is helping constituents here in our third district?
Well, I think we're really going to see the effects starting the 1st of March. I know that's what the economists are saying. They're already seeing things turn around. I know we'd like to see the grocery prices go down, but I think with this year's tax returns, we're going to see more and more money going into the pockets of our taxpayers.
Well, let's hope so because it seems like the economy, and affordability are going to be the issues this year, aren't they?
They are, and I anticipate that's what the president is going to be talking about tonight. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what he has to say.
You think it's going to be a popcorn night tonight here, Sherri? I mean, should I pop lots of popcorn and see what's going to happen here tonight?
I don't know. I think most of the people in our district, they just want people to go to work and make things better and no drama. So that's pretty much what you get with me, kind of plain and boring, but definitely a hard worker. So
I don't think you're playing, honey. I don't think that at all. And I think that you are tenacious. I think if I was going to use a word to describe Sherri Big, I would use tenacious. When you just look at what you went through on your campaign, you definitely were tenacious. You have definitely, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, proved to the people of the third district that you are there and you are in it to do the job and you've been doing the job.
Well, it's the quiet ones you got to be more alarmed with. You got to kind of watch because we'll surprise you. But we have been working hard. My team, both in Anderson office in the district and the DC office, we never stop. We have our foot on the gas and we're going wide open and working hard. And I hope the people in the district feel that and know that and understand that we're available and we're here to work for you. We work for you.
No, that's true. Now, tell us about that Hopes to Heals Act. And, with your degree and with your background in nursing and mental health, what is that degree? What is that bill about?
Well, we just want to make sure that people, when they are in a crisis, when they need help, that we're actually putting organizations to work. This isn't going to cost more money. It's not just another form of red tape, and actually it does quite the opposite. Mental health is a huge concern. Last year I think we had over 240 plus deaths by suicide, and we just need to make sure that parents, individuals, anyone, when they're in a crisis mode, that they can reach out and receive the help that they need quickly. And the person on the other end of the phone knows where to find help and what to do, how to respond promptly.
So, what will that bill actually do, Sherry?
Well, it'll utilize resources that we already have, but it's just to make sure that it cuts through the red tape and it provides mental health assistance, emergency assistance when the people need it, not a day or two down the road or weeks down the road. Sometimes that's the frustrating part with healthcare is having access at your fingertips to the resources that you need when you need them.
Well, if that wasn't enough, then you introduced the Protecting Motherhood Act. What was that about?
Oh, wow. I can't really even believe that we're having to discuss this, but it was in 2022, the Biden administration chose to change the terminology to from mother to birthing person. And this just restores dignity and respect to the mother. And I think it's ridiculous that we have to explain that females um, are the only ones that can actually give birth to children, but it just restores common sense.
Has
But it
that one made it
also
through yet? Has that one made it through the House and the Senate yet? Or
not yet, but you'll hear more about that in the upcoming days. We
I
have a
was
lot of
talking about
support.
I was talking about on the radio this morning some of the angst that our country is going through right now, and I'd be interested to see if you think I'm on the right track. Was actually if Biden hadn't been such a terrible president, we wouldn't be in the situation and have to be fighting so hard to bring our country back.
It does seem like it's taken a little while to get things back going, but we had really gone down a dark path. So I have to say that I absolutely agree with your thoughts on that. And I think this administration has done a good job. Has everything been perfect? Absolutely not. But we have to continue to put America first because we had gotten so far off track. It is alarming, but we have to do what's best for the next generation. I want our children and my future grandchildren to have good opportunities and to be given a fair hand and um, to be able to live a good life and just to enjoy things that the freedoms that we've enjoyed because of our ancestors.
Absolutely. I just think that people that are Democratic friends don't realize that if they had not had such a bad president there to begin with, we wouldn't be in the mess and be having to try to pull things back. And I think that's kind of lost in a lot of discussions that are out there today.
I think it is. And I think people are easily deceived right now. And I'm not really sure what the cause. I feel like it's spiritual warfare personally, but I think people see what they want to see. And given the facts and the obvious, how we can't see things more clearly, it's a little scary to me.
Yeah, I agree. And so you've had these good bills that you're putting out there. Um, what is it like working in the current Congress post State of the you know when it after the first year? What kinds of bipartisan efforts are there going on? Since we were just talking about that, are there some bipartisan efforts going on, Sherry?
I don't feel like there's a lot, Miss Ann, and that's a little bit discouraging. We talked about mental health. I do have a couple people that I have been able to have, I guess, really good discussions about the mental health awareness and the need in our country. So, but that's really about the extent. I sit on Homeland Security, and sometimes you could really sell popcorn in that arena. And I think it's scary and it's unfortunate and it's unprofessional given with what all's going on in our country right now with Iran. I think we need to be laser focused and pulling together to protect our children and protect our homeland. But unfortunately, everyone doesn't see eye to eye or even close in that
What do you
respect.
think about getting this partial shutdown that's going on? Do you think there's any hope of that coming to an end anytime soon?
I hope so, but I got to say, it doesn't even make sense what the Democrats are asking for or demanding. They're all upset about ICE, and those men and women go out and risk their lives every day to try to protect us, and they are treated with such disrespect, and these paid protesters to defy anything that any type of law and order. And I think it's unfortunate. So now we have this shutdown, which they have been fully funded, so it's not going to impact them. But look at FEMA, look at TSA. That's pretty much what our hearing was about today. And that protection that we need, with whether it's cyber security or just protection in general from like the Coast Guard, is not going to be funded. And now, I mean, we're in crunch time. We've got all these special events coming up for the 250th, and we need to be protecting our country. And they don't have the resources. They're not going to be able to do what they need to do to be ready for those events.
Well, it is lots of bizarro stuff going on up there. What do you? I know that you work with on the veterans. What is your hope that you'll be able to accomplish? Anything new on the veterans front?
Well, I'm not on the VA committee, but I'm very involved with the Caucus, and we discuss a lot of things with the Veterans Affairs and the healthcare needs because of my background. And I think it's encouraging what Secretary Collins is doing to pretty much revamp the Veterans Administration. It's encouraging to see what he has done with less personnel, but providing more resources and better quality of care for our veterans, which they have earned every single thing that they get. So that's been very inspiring to me.
That sounds good. So tonight, the hockey team, the U.S. Hockey team's coming back with gold. They, I understand, are already in. They landed at Andrews, and they are coming tonight. What are you looking forward to meeting the hockey team? Are you going to get to meet the hockey team?
I'm not sure where they're going to be, but they'll be somewhere. They may be sitting right beside us on the house floor. I don't know, but they have earned that right to come, and super excited to have them there and help them celebrate their win.
You know, it is such a in my opinion, it is such a dichotomy in what we see. We see people that like this hockey team that just thank God for U.S. and all this, so positive and everything. And then on the other side, we've seen American athletes, some, not many, who just were, well, I'm not very proud of my country. It's hard to understand, isn't it, Sherri?
Well, I don't feel that way. I still think, even with our problems, we have the greatest country ever and so proud to be an American and will fight until the day I die to make sure that we continue the work of our forefathers and um, make sure that our Constitution is held up high and that we serve one nation under God. That's my
I know, but
goal.
it's hard to understand, isn't it? That people could have such varying opinions. You know that you can see the exuberance of the hockey team, right? And the guy has had his teeth knocked out, and still he goes back and plays and makes it through the game. I mean, I'm like, I'm all for commitment, but really, right?
That just makes it even more special. I mean, to have those sacrifices and to come out on top, good for him. And yeah, I'm really proud of them. But no, I don't understand the naysayers. I have a philosophy. It's pretty simple. If you don't love this country, get out. But
Exactly.
that's just
Ex-
me.
exactly. So do you think tonight, last year when it wasn't a State of the Union, but he gave his speech, there was very angst from the Democrats. And I've heard several different things. I've heard some will be there, some are going to be at another meeting out on the National Mall. They'll be having their little thing. And then on top of bizarroness, in my opinion, they've got the governor of Virginia is going to be giving the response to this. Talk about somebody that is really shown that she's not a moderate, that she's really liberal, giving the response. What do you think of where they're at?
I think they're grasping at straws. The Democrats, they don't have a plan. They are just being reckless. And the way I see it, the more they talk, the more we win because they don't have goals. They don't have, I mean, look at what we were just talking about with Homeland Security and with DHS, how, they're mad at ICE, so they're going to shut down the government, which doesn't even impact ICE, but how it hurts other agencies. It makes no sense. And I think the American people can easily see through this. And I hope when they go and vote in their primaries or in the general election that the truth just prevails and good outweighs the dark.
Yeah. Well, I know we'll be looking for you in the audience tonight, and we'll be cheering you on and cheering for President Trump. Hope that everything goes well tonight. Have you had any dealings with Fetterman?
I really haven't personally, not at all.
But
So
isn't he an interesting Democrat?
I say that's a good way to term it.
Yeah.
Yes, he really
I
is.
mean, I just find everybody that, you just hear him and you go, really? I mean, because he is not really out there with everybody else, and he does go for supporting what is the right thing. But anyways, I just wanted to ask that. So, what are there any things that you feel really strong about bringing back to the third district? Any things from what's happening up there?
Well, obviously, the economy and making sure that our constituents are being able to have affordable lives, to be able to, whether that's housing, we want good jobs. We've had numerous meetings today talking about things that are coming back to the district. I'm super excited about that. Energy independence, because of some of those jobs, we have to make sure that we've laid the groundwork and that we're able to meet the needs. And South Carolina is one of the fastest growing states, and we have to be able to handle that, whether it's housing, jobs, education, just on and on. but we want South Carolina, we want the third district to be the very best place in the world to live, and I think it is. And again, I'm honored to be representing that district, and thank you for all you do to get out our message and to help with the communication. And if individuals aren't signed up already for our newsletter, please, please follow our newsletter so that you can see what we're doing here. And we would be happy, contact our offices if there's something that you need, whether the Anderson office or here in DC. We want to hear from you.
So, so as we wind this up, I need to ask: are you going to run for reelection?
Well, I think there's a pretty good chance. We've got a lot of we've done a lot, and we have a lot more to do. But now I think more than ever, the constituents can look at my voting record. They can look at what's taken place over the last 12 months and make a very informed decision on who will be in DC fighting hardest for them.
Absolutely. Well, I just had to ask. I just wanted to check. This is something that I know we are very passionate about. Anything else that you'd like to tell us, Sherri, before I let you go here today? I just want to say it's great having a few minutes to talk to Representative Sherri Biggs from the 3rd District.
No, just thank you so much for having me on your show and for all that you do. And hopefully we'll get to catch up in person soon and give my best to Penny, Princess
Absolutely.
Penny.
So, one more question. Do you know, are there going to be any South Carolinians? I know the Angel, what was it, the Angel Act that President Trump signed for Sunday. Do you know, are there any families or anything that are going to be there from South Carolina tonight?
I know there are going to be families here, but I'm not certain. There are a lot of South Carolinians here in general right now, but I'm not sure if there are any um, for that particular purpose.
Yeah. Wasn't
But
that, I
I'll
thought
find
that
out
was,
and I'll let you know.
yeah, I thought that was a great thing to do, the Angels
I think
Act.
it's a good way. I think it's definitely a good way to heal and to move forward and to have closure. I think it's amazing what he's doing.
Absolutely. Well, Representative Sherri Biggs, thank you so much for coming on this afternoon. I understand you have another meeting to go to, so thanks for taking the time with us this afternoon.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
All
God
right.
bless.
Bye bye, Sherri. Thank you. You have been hearing Sherri Biggs right here on WCRS. And yes, I am the one that's here right now. So Sherri had to run and get on with what she was doing. And so I am here with you for the rest of the time. I just want to say we'll be airing this interview at what, this afternoon at 5 o'clock, and then we're going to play my interview that I did with Linda Gale Lewis. What a terrific person. We had a great time talking to her. So it was wonderful to be able to interview her. It was a great show over there at the Fiddle and Bow. So that's all I got right now. I just wanted to come on and see if we could get that interview. We did get it. We got it done. And I did it live on Zoom and live on Facebook. This is awesome. I've been holding off doing this because I didn't know whether I could do it. But guess what? I just did it. Maybe not the next time, but this time I just did it. So we're going to say adieu. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will be back at 5 o'clock. And as I said, we'll be replaying Sherri's interview and an interview with Linda Gale Lewis right here on WCRS. So without anything else to say, I'm going to say bye-bye, everybody.